Hey, welcome back to Inside Rebel Football, the offense edition, and I'm joined by Coach John Baird. And Coach Baird, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mr. Stanley. Good to be here.
Well, I'd like for you to introduce a couple of these big offensive linemen. They're big up against me.
We bring the beef. This right here, number 73, Jackson Weaver, and number 75, Seth Duncan. They both play guard for us.
And you've got to be pleased with the way your offensive line is played.
Oh, no doubt.
Coach Baird. And
Yes, sir. They really progressed. And look, we had a lot of depth returning from last year. That's kind of been the key word with us is depth, and we play a lot of guys. They've been in here since ground zero of last year. Week one against Karen Crow, we took a shutout, and that's nothing we hide behind or anything. We took that game and built on it all through last year, and we ended up having a pretty good year with them, and now we get a chance to have those guys back. And it's been a good summer. It's been a real fun summer, and it's been a good fall so far. Look forward to a lot more games.
Jackson, welcome to the show. Glad
Thank
to have
you.
you. You guys, I'm not sure if you look bigger with your pads on or you look bigger right now. I don't know, one of the two. But let's talk about offensive linemen and how important it is for you guys with the reads and checks and calls. I'm going to ask you first, and Seth, I'll ask you next. So who makes the calls on y'all's offensive line?
We all kind of make our own individual calls. We kind of have certain techniques that we're going to have to call out, make sure that we have certain developments that we have to do. So in case we have a 3-tech and we got to bring a dude with us, we got to give the calls and make sure he knows what's going on. If there's a pass protection and a backer walks down, we got to make sure that we got to let the quarterback know so he can check us out or make the right read, and we got to make sure we protect him at all costs.
And Seth, that if you see that somebody's coming down, you feel like it's going to be a blitz, and you're in the game, and let's just say it's a 4-man front, but they walked a couple of guys up, maybe a corner or an outside linebacker, and it's coming, and you know you've got to protect this gap right here, but you know that the pressure's coming there. Explain to the audience that you guys talk to each other and what you got to do.
Yes, sir. If we have somebody walking down, we'll talk to the guy either next or to the sides of us and tell them to come help, and they come help. And
Well, I thought the other night against Woodlawn, I thought y'all did a great job pass protection against a team that, when you looked at them size-wise, they looked a little bigger than y'all, some of the players that they had.
Some of them.
they were big.
And but yet I thought y'all did a very good job of pass blocking, and they tried to stack the line early on in the game, and we went to throwing the football, and you guys pass protected well, and we moved the football, and which enabled to open up the run game.
Thank you.
And I thought you did a good job. Now, Jackson, I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to ask Seth. Run block or pass blocking? What do you like the best?
Most definitely run blocking.
Okay, tell me why now. Tell everybody why.
Because it's just smash mouth football. It's what Western Air football is all about. That's what I dreamed of doing as a kid. So when we run the rock, it's one of my favorite things to do. I love pancaking kids.
I got you. We like when you pancake kids.
No doubt.
Isn't that right, Coach Baird?
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Seth?
Definitely running the ball. Pancakes are very fun, and being able to just knock somebody off the ball about 5-10 yards, it feels really good.
When we scored a touchdown, whether our running back scored or quarterback scored or whether we're throwing a pass and scoring, I know you guys don't get a lot of the limelight. Okay, your offensive lineman and the PA announcer Mark Finn will say, whoever it was making the touchdown, whether it be Michael Bell or whoever it is, and then they never hear Jackson Weaver and Seth Duncan on the block. So how do y'all translate? Do you feel like we score a touchdown, you guys are just as important a part of that touchdown?
Yes, sir. I think that the offensive line is probably one of the most important positions on the field, and it's definitely one of the most hardest to play and learn. And when people switch to the position from defense and everything, they always want to go back to defense because they can never tough it out for the offensive line. And that limelight, everybody knows in the stadium who made that play happen.
Well, just for the record, at least 2 or 3 times during the game when we score, Rick will come down to me and he'll say, give us those offensive linemen, and we call your guy's name on the radio because we know as older men how important it is, that line of scrimmage. That I know Coach Barron has preached it, I know Coach Arledge preaches to it, the defensive lineman, but the game is won
And the
90%
trenches.
of the time we're at.
And the
In the
trenches.
trenches.
The line of scrimmage. That's exactly right. And you know, and guys, I tell you, you're gonna have a tough challenge Friday night over
Sure.
at Neville.
Yes, sir.
They got some pretty big guys up front, so I hope you guys are ready for that challenge.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We've
sir.
been preparing all week for it.
Okay. Last but not least, and the last question I'm gonna ask you: favorite offensive lineman, Jackson? Who's your favorite offensive?
Definitely number 56, Quentin Nelson from the Colts, plays right
Okay.
guard.
Okay. Why do you like him?
He's I think I take a lot after him. I kind of develop my game from him, watching him. I watch him every game he plays. I always watch him, watch what he's doing, try to learn from it from a pro like him. He's just a smash mouth football player.
Seth.
Probably Will Clapp.
Okay.
I like to watch him play for the Saints.
That's
Well, guys, I'll be on the sidelines. We're going to be pulling hard for y'all. And I tell you what, if you guys control that line of scrimmage, Coach Barron, we may have
No
a
doubt.
chance Friday night.
No doubt. That's where it's going to be won and lost.
Well, guys, thank y'all for stopping by for this segment of Inside Rebel Football. And we'll be back right after this timeout.